Hey guys, Jen here. Going to walk you through a CARS routine. CARS standing for Controlled Articular Rotations, which is an awesome way to assess the way that your joints move. And it also provides a baseline as to where we need to focus some attention to gain some more workspace within those joints. So this is a functional range conditioning principle. And I'm going to walk you through head to toe, variety of positions that you can set yourself up in. I am particularly like this just because it fits my space, but you can certainly do the standing, half kneeling, tall kneeling. You could sit in a chair for some of these as well. So let's start with the neck. We're going to start with the neck, and this part of the body is moving, but the rest of us is staying still. So I'd encourage you to actually squeeze some of the muscles, particularly here in the core, engage the muscles so that it actually turns on and lights up the nervous system. So we're going to squeeze through the core and through the thighs. We're going to drop the chin down towards the chest. So again, the only thing moving here is going to be the neck. The neck will rotate, side bends, flex, extends. So right now we're flexed. Imagine as if we have a pen on the tip of our chin. We're going to draw or trace a line across this collarbone, bringing us into rotation. Now we're going to bring our chin neutral. We're side bending, and then we're going to take the top ear and drop it back. We're rotating up towards the ceiling, rotating all the way around, and then we're going to come into that side bend where the left ear rests right over the left shoulder. Turning the chin and the gaze down, we get that rotation. That imaginary pen on the chin is going to scrape across the left collarbone and bring back to center, reverse. Scrape the chin across the collarbone, rotating to side bend. Side bending comes into rotation and extension. Rolling through, rotate, side bend towards the right, rotate down towards the ground, chin comes back towards the center. And that is one full rotation. What we're looking for here is, what do our shoulders do when we side bend? Are we compensating? Some of us don't even realize we're doing it. So as we work through our CARS routine, be more mindful about what's going on in other parts of our body, because our body's going to make these motions work. It just might be at the cost of other muscles or other body parts. Okay, so we've got our neck. Let's get into the shoulder blades. So the shoulder blades will elevate, depress, protract, and retract. Okay, so again, options for the lower body, there are options for the upper body. So I can start here with our hands by my side, I can bring them out in front, it doesn't matter. All right, the motion is occurring at the shoulder blades. So we'll start here. I'm squeezing my core, I'm going to elevate the shoulders. Okay, I'm going to roll the shoulder blades, pinch the shoulder blades together, and then I'm going to keep the arm straight, drop the shoulder blades back down. This is shoulder depression. Roll forward. Good. Elevate the shoulders up towards the ears. Roll all the way through. Begin to retract the shoulders. Pinch the shoulder blades back towards each other. And then drop the shoulder blades in the back pocket. Good. Roll through. Elevate the tips of the shoulders up towards the ears. Good. And then we'll begin to pinch the shoulder blades back and then drop them in the back pocket. Reverse, pinch, rolling up, coming up towards the ears, roll forward as far as we can, and then depress the shoulders, come back to neutral. Okay, there we go. So we got forward and back at the shoulder blades. And let's move into the actual shoulder joint themselves. So I'm going to show you just on my right side because this can take a little bit of extra time. Plus, I got a lot here. So I can stay here, but essentially my motion is this elliptical pattern. Okay, so I'm not really going straight up and back. I'm going in multiple planes of motion. So what I'm going to do is, again, options for the legs. I'm going to stay here. You can come up half kneeling, tall kneeling, or standing. I'm going to start with the hand by the side, thumb up. I'm going to come across the body. Okay, so as I begin to elevate, I'm flexing through the shoulder. My bicep is going to come right across my face and my nose until I come all the way up here. Okay, ideally my arm is up towards the ear. There might be some space, and that's your body. That's all good. All right, work within that space. All right, as long as there's no pain, work to those edges. So I'm elevated all the way up towards the ceiling. I'm going to come up to a seat, so hopefully you can see my hand a little bit better. So my hand is here, okay? Then I'm going to rotate so that my thumb is facing you. And then I'm going to take my swimmer motion, reach back with my pinky. Notice my hand is beginning to pivot and rotate. And then I come through, the back of the hand is facing you. Reverse, press it back through space. Imagine as if the air is really thick. I'm reaching back as far as I can. I can't go anymore, okay? I've got tissue in the way. That's normal. Then we're going to spin through some rotation. Palm is up. Begin to elevate the shoulder all the way up towards the ears. Now my pinky is towards you. Brush the face. And now I'm back to the start, okay? So reaching all the way up, brush the face, internally rotate, reach the pinky back, still rotating through the palm. Palm reaches forward, pressing back. Rotate, come all the way up, reach across the face. And that's one full rotation for the shoulder, coming forward and return to start. You want to go both sides, right? So we've got our shoulders, we'll go to our wrists. So wrists here, we can go with a soft fist or open palms, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to start here, palms up, and I'm going to bring the pinkies in towards each other, like I'm balancing something on my hands that I don't want to drop. Now, the pinkies are in towards each other. We're going to begin to extend, and then I'm going to come all the way through that wrist extension as if I'm going to high five whoever's in front of me. Now the thumbs are going to lead me back, and then I'm going to come into flexion. The fingers are going to want to do a lot of the work, all right? We call it cheating, but just take note of it, okay? Don't criticize, don't judge, just take note. My fingers are doing a lot of the work, but ideally they should stay straight. Reverse. My thumb on my right wants to really kick in, okay? We're really just being mindful of compensation, all right? Onto the elbows. All right, so come up a little taller. I'm going to start here with my elbows. Backs of my hands are facing you. We're looking for rotation here, okay? So palms facing back. We're going to press all the way through that thick air, rotate, and then we're going to come back up. So the elbows stay glued towards the sides. We're looking just at rotation. Good. Rotate, come on up. Good. Now we'll reverse it. My palms don't rotate this time. Press down, rotate palms forward, and then come on up. So we're trying to stay tight in towards the body. Rotate, come on up, rotate, come on down. All right. So we've hit the upper body. Thoracic spine, which is right between the shoulder blades. We can do this standing, half kneeling. I'll stay here. Crossing the arms across the chest. We're squeezing our core, right? We're taking the arms and we're going to squeeze the arms in tight towards the body as if we're giving ourselves a hug, all right? Anything from the waist down is going to stay still. We're not moving, all right? And imagine as if the pivot point in our body is here, all right? So chin down towards the chest, roll in, begin to rotate right, dip the right shoulder, rotating up towards the sky, extend much like the neck, rotating, come into our side bend, drop the top shoulder, and roll through. Good. Roll the opposite direction, rotate left, top shoulder will stack, rotating all the way back, coming on through so that our top shoulder is parallel to the bottom, rotate down, and come back to the start. And that's our thoracic spine. All right. Let's look at the hips, knees, and ankles. We'll do hips last. With the knee, you come into a comfortable seat. You can sit like this if that's comfortable. Otherwise, you can extend out one leg. Take my right arm, scoop it right under my hamstring. I'll show one side, but you would want to do both. Okay. First things first is we're going to want to just flex and extend. My arm here is working as a block so that I can't extend my leg. That is important, okay? If we extend and lock out our leg, we can't create rotation at the tibia, okay? So what we're looking to do is just this bottom half of the leg, got a bony little spot here. and we should feel that rotate as our foot moves. So, set myself up. I'm going to turn my pinky side out, and I'm bent. Now I'm extended. Now I'm going to turn my pinky toe, or my big toe inwards, and then I flex. Rotate, extend, rotate in, flex, rotate out, extend, rotate in, flex. This is staying still, right? Only action is happening here, all right? So reverse, turn the toes in. This is hard for me, so I don't get much motion. Extend, rotate out. I'm pretty good there. Flex, toe in, extend, toe out, flex, all right? Repeat that on the opposite side. Same setup, we'll work the ankle. So just to kind of keep things on the equal side, I will do my other foot. So we'll set up the legs the same way. My arm is gonna work as a little block here. And then with the toe, we're gonna point the foot down to the gas pedal. Use the big toe to trace inwards towards the midline of the body. Now those toes are gonna reach as we rotate, toes towards the nose, heel is reaching outwards, really pulling in. Pinky toe is gonna reach all the way out, rotating all the way through back to a point. Reverse. Come up it all the way through. My toes are trying to make it look like I have more motion than I have. Good, and rotate all the way through. That is our ankle cars. Let's move to stand. So you're only gonna see kind of the bottom half of my body, but unfortunately, or fortunately, however you view it, that is all you need right now. So with the toes, hip distance apart-ish, lift all 10 toes, and then set them back down. Lift all 10 toes, and then set them back down. Now, we're gonna lift just the big toe. And I'm so proud of that. That really took a lot of work. Now, for many of us, our brain is trying to communicate to our feet to move that big toe, all right? It may not happen right off the bat, but we are creating the connection by intending that motion to happen. So even if it doesn't lift, keep working at it, because one day it will lift. Now, I will tell you, I cannot lift the 4 toes. So another piece of this car is you get the big toe lifts. Great, cool, I can do that. But I cannot lift those 4 toes. So something that I'm working on, okay? But I hold my big toe down so that my body, my brain connects with my toes to feel what it feels like. And one day those 4 toes may lift. It ain't today though. All right, so we got our toe work. Last but not least, we're gonna do the hips. Many different ways that we can attack the hips. We can do the hips in all fours in a quadruped position. We can do it side lying. I'm gonna show you standing. Standing is challenging, but it's usually the way that we test them out. So again, if this is hard, that's okay. Just take note of it. But there are other ways that we can work hip cars. So I'm gonna go standing and I'm gonna show you 2 different views, all right? So I'm gonna use the wall for balance. That is completely okay. I'm gonna work my right leg. With my other side, I'm gonna use the hand and I'm gonna create tension here, create tension here, create tension in this leg. So that means squeezing my muscles, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the core, squeeze this muscle, okay? Otherwise, this leg has to move. So I'm gonna reach out with this fist hand, okay? And then I'm gonna take a nice deep breath. And then I'm gonna lift the right knee and bring it across the midline of the body. I'm gonna flex as high as I can. And then I'm gonna open up towards the side, okay? Here, I'm gonna internally rotate. So I make that happen by taking my right knee, dipping it downwards, and lifting the heel up, almost like a dog on a fire hydrant, okay? So that is the first portion, and then we're gonna reach it back. Now I've got a wall behind me. So first portion is here, open up, dip the knee, heel reaches back, reach back, extend, and then we bring the knee through. Now I've got black pants on. We're like, oh, Jen's mobility is pretty good. Well, let me show you from the side, all right? It ain't all pretty. So I've got the same leg. I'm going to extend out this way so you can see. I'm engaging everything that's not moving. I'm going to flex up through the toe. All right, she's all right. Good. I'm going to open up towards the sidewall. This is where it gets ugly. Notice I'm trying to open my hip to make it happen. I want to keep my hips square. So I'm coming up, I'm opening up the hip. That's all I've got. So straight out would be here. I'm here. Straight out would be here. That's all I got. So I'm here. Now I'm going to come into internal rotation. So I'm going to drop the knee, reach the heel back, and then I'm going to try to keep that heel lifted as I reach back. See, I'm trying to dip forward because I don't have that extension. So I'm here, reach back, and then bring the knee through. Reverse. Heel reaches, open the knee, drop the heel, come up and over that imaginary fire hydrant, and come back to start. All right. So that is our full CARS routine. Once you kind of get the gist from head to toe or from toe to head, whatever you want to do, it should take anywhere between 10 and 12 minutes. And the theory is if you don't use these motions, you lose them. So we do particular exercises. We have jobs that require certain positions. So our body gets used to all of those repeated positions, for lack of a better description. So if we don't challenge the full range of our motion, we lose it over time. And when we see injuries, in my athletic training experience, when people get hurt, it's typically in a point in their range of motion in which is out of their normal range. But if we train our full range of motion, we have better control over the outliers. All right, so maybe, hip flexor injuries are a great example. A lot of times people pull their hip flexor when they overextend. Well, if we train an overextension, hyperextension, that area is going to be a little bit more connected to the brain. We can have a little more connection between that more extreme range of motions, if that makes sense. So give the CARS a try, make it a part of your daily thing. And if anything, it maintains that range of motion that you currently have. And then you learn the techniques to gain more range of motion as you move through the course. All right. Hope you enjoyed my explanation. If you have any questions, please email me. I'm happy to break anything down further. Otherwise, have a great day.